Hello, Knitty friends. I owe you an apology. I totally fell off the earth. I'm so sorry. Things got a little busy. I have lots of excuses if you want to hear them. So hi, it's nice to see you guys again. Oh, it's been ages. Let's see if we can catch up a little bit. To start off with, the last time you would have seen me, I was just about to move. I was about a week away from moving. I have moved. I have a new spot now. It took a bit to get settled and organized. I'm still not even unpacked fully. It's been August, September, October. 3.5 months. Oops. Yeah, it's good. The move was hectic and crazy, and it took 3 days, and then I didn't have internet for like 5 days afterwards, and I spent a lot of time yelling at the internet company because they screwed up. It was not my fault at all. They did a massive screw up, and I was still trying to work from home, and yeah, it was just a bit nutty. I had some lovely friends that came and helped me unpack because I was very, very overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have. Who knew I had that much stuff? It had accumulated over far too many years. And I only lived at the last place for 5 years, but oh my goodness. I had 1 or 2 trips from my brother bringing up stuff that was my mom's, and that had like gone into different parts of the house in the basement, so I had a lot of stuff. Whew. But I'm here, I'm settled. My house is small but lovely and nice and modern, and I bought a little bit of new furniture. My dad decided to help me out with some of the moving costs so that I could splurge on new furniture. So not that you can see it, but I have a new dining room table and chairs and a new rug, and I'm just super happy here. So yeah, I fell in love with this place the moment that I got everything even remotely set up. So that's been really nice. The upstairs has taken a little bit longer to get organized. My yarn room, and I will put in a picture of a yarn room here, is totally unpacked, not unpacked. I can't reach anything. On the bright side, I have not had a new start since January. So at the very, very, very beginning of January of this year, I cast on like 4 or 5 new pairs of socks because I'm an idiot. And I have not cast on a single thing since then. So I haven't started anything new since then. The only cast-ons I've had have been second socks, and I assume that those don't count because they are a continuation of a project already on the needles. So nothing new went on the needles. Nothing new has gone on the needles. And you'd think that would be a good thing because then I would get lots of knitting done, but not so much. But that's not true. That's not true. I always feel like I should be able to knit more than I do, that I should make more progress than I do. I don't know why. Yeah, when I moved, I put 2 projects aside, two sock projects, and it took me 2.5 months to get those 2 projects done. I was, if you remember, back in May and June, discovering that my eyes have changed significantly, and I have to wear new eyeballs glasses on a regular basis if I want to knit or work on the computer or things like that. And so it took several months for me to adjust to that. It's fine now. I don't have any problems putting the glasses on and off and on and off and on and off. But yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Whew. What else is new and exciting? My dad is good. I saw him just a couple weeks ago. I finally, my one brother and my sister-in-law came down to where my dad lives to see my other brother and my other sister-in-law, and then I showed up, and we had a really nice kind of Canadian Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving. We didn't have anything to eat that was Thanksgiving-y other than pumpkin pie, but we all got to get together. It was about 2 weeks after my mom's 8th anniversary. So we spread the last of my mom's ashes and just kind of hung out as a family, and that was as lovely as it could be considering the circumstances. But it was good. It was nice to see my brothers and my sister-in-law, so that was nice, and always awesome to see my dad. Yeah, he's good. It's good. I'm good. School is stupid busy. I always know this time of year is busy for me because I work full-time, and the start of the school year is always busy for my work. Plus I teach at 2 different institutions, so I'm teaching, you know, multiple classes, and oh crap, it's busy. I splurged and bought like 100-pack of this tea. It's double bergamot. It's the best Earl Grey tea. I might actually like it than my regular vanilla Earl Grey. It's really yummy. But yeah, life is good. I'm cooking more, which is nice. So I only go into campus 1 day a week. Right now I'm working remotely the other days. And so that gives me a lot more. Not that I have more time, but I have a little bit more flexibility in being able to like cook and bake and things like that. So yeah, so that's nice. So I've been baking and cooking a lot, and my freezer is full of stuff, which is good because then during the week I can just, you know, quickly defrost stuff and eat. And it's weird. I don't order in food all the time anymore, which is a huge change, a shift in how I live. But yeah. So I really can't complain other than being stupid busy and not knitting as much as I'd like. You know, as always, I get too tired, and by the time I'm done for the day at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, the idea of actually lifting my hands to knit, a little bit beyond me, but whatever. Okay, lots to show you. Let's get started on the knitting part of this, because there's a lot to talk about today. It has been 4 months, so it's like well-deserved. Okay, let's start off with finished objects. Unsurprisingly, I finished several pairs of socks. So the first one, just to prove that I have 2. This is Neville by Nomadic Yarns. I love these colors. Look at that turquoise, that teal is just beautiful. That bright green, it's like, I don't know. I love it. It's like some of my favorite colors all in one sock. So super excited about that one. So that was sock number 1, since the last time you saw me. Let's get this going. This scrappy blanket, also, it's a full pair. So this is by Dye For You. She's a Canadian dyer. Manitoba, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then the extra contrast was dyed by me 2 years ago. Jeepers creepers. No, not 2 years ago. A year ago. For my birthday in 2020, I dyed myself a bunch of semi-solid yarns. So that was that one. So yeah, I'm loving this one. Can't wait. And then I have this one. This is called, I think this is called, I want to say Hanging Out. Can't remember. It's by Lollipop Yarns. And again, 2 to prove it. I just don't have enough sock blockers to put them all in sock blockers. And I didn't want you to sit and wait for me for freaking forever. So yeah. So that's a fun. Love these. Loving the gradient. Or I guess it's not really a gradient. Well, yeah, it's a gradient. It's been so long since I've done a podcast, I don't know how to talk about yarn anymore. That's not right. And then we have this one. This is by Sea Turtle Fiber Arts. This is another Canadian dyer out in BC, I believe. BC, Alberta, I don't know, out west somewhere. This colorway is called Feisty, and the purple is another semi-solid that I dyed for myself. No, it's not. I'm a liar pants. Maybe it is. So it's either dyed by me or it's dyed by Sweet Georgia, and I can't remember. This one might actually be a Sweet Georgia. It's been so long, I don't remember anything. So again, I have 2 socks. So proving my pair. And then most recently, just a couple days ago, I finished this one. This is Cherry Blossom by the Cozy Knitter. Just a nice Ontario local dyer. It's not bad. That's 3 local dyers, or 3 Canadian dyers and 2 American dyers. Sharing the love, people. I'm sharing the love. So yeah, and as promised, proof of a second. So yeah, so lots of socks. This would be pair number 10, 11, 10, 11. I think this is pair number 11. Every year I try to knit at least 12 pairs of socks for myself, 1 pair a month. So I'm done pair 11 before the end of the 10th month, which is awesome. So yeah, so I will be done my socks soon. So that's really exciting. Sorry, it's early morning and I haven't had my cup of tea yet, so I kind of need it. Unsurprisingly, I have socks. Some whips on the needles. I'm trying to be not necessarily monogamous, but more constrained in what I'm working on. So I only bring a couple pairs of, or a couple projects downstairs to work on. And yeah, so I am working on a second sock. So the blue is a lichen and lace. I have no idea what colorway it is. I got this ball of yarn from Louise. She had tried to use blue, and blue is not Louise's color. And so when she pulled it out, I was like, I'll take it. So like you can tell, it's a beautifully hand balled yarn from Louise. And see, it is a second sock. It's lovely. And I'm using, I don't even know, I got this mini from somewhere. One of my friends, I'm sure. I have no idea what it is, where it's from. I'm a liar. This is how long it's been since I've looked a lot of my knitting. So, this mini is from a dyer called Lazy Livin' Fiber. This was gifted to me by my friend Tracy. It's called Throw Me Something Mister. So yeah, it's good. I kind of like it. I've done the tedious bit already of doing the stripes at the top. So now I just have to put in a heel and a toe. We're good to go. Well, and I have to knit the middle bits, but you know what I mean. So that should be fun. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And that was in my hot chocolate bag from Knit's Best Thing. Yay. And then I have now, so my townhouse has 2 floors, the living floors. I've got an unfinished basement, but my main floor, which is where I spend 99% of my time, kitchen, TV, I sit at the dining room table to do work, you know, all that sort of stuff. I don't spend a ton of time in my upstairs. Lots of room upstairs, but I don't spend much time in there except when I'm sleeping. I do have 2nd floor laundry now, which is the most wonderful thing. I don't have to slough my clothes down multiple flights of stairs. Unfortunately, because I don't tend to go upstairs and downstairs very often, if I want to do laundry, I need to sit upstairs, so I remember to try to put it in the dryer. So I'm now keeping a project upstairs by my bedside that I work on when I have to spend time upstairs. Waste of time upstairs. So this is also a 2nd sock. I'm not very far. I'm just in the midst of casting on. Well, I'm like five rows into the cuff. But it's a 2nd sock. So the blue is by me. I dyed that myself. And the other one is from, so the beautiful green speckly thing is from Super Crafty Girl. Don't even know if she's dying anymore. I've had this yarn for ages. And the colorway is called I'm Not Really a Mermaid. But yeah, so excited. So this one will probably take a while, but eventually I will have another sock done. So that's fun. So those are my whips. Well, it's not entirely true. I have one more whip. So several of my friends tend to be copious sweater knitters, and they bug me all the time about the fact that I don't work on the sweaters that I have on the needles. So the other day, I pulled this puppy out. This is a Zigzag Stitches bag. Nice little bucket. And so, can't really see much, but this is my Love Note sweater. So I finished all the lace. Isn't that pretty? So I finished all the lace. And I've now finished all the raglan increases. And I am just about to split for the arms, or separate for the sleeves. So that is now in my rotation. So now all I have to do is go through the effort of splitting for sleeves. And then it's just round and round and round and round for the body. Just super exciting. So it's interesting. So this is the yarn. It's called by Fido Designs. The colorway Calypso. And it's being held with a undyed mohair to make it a little bit light and airier. So, I have mohair all over my face. To my friends, yes, I'm knitting my stupid sweater, leave me alone. So that's what I have on the needles. I'm trying to be good. So the plan is to finish those first. So you'd think that because I haven't been knitting, I haven't been buying yarn. You'd be wrong. I don't mean to buy yarn. But somehow, in the last 4 months, I've acquired a large amount of yarn. Where to start? Okay. So this was an Instagram, how should I phrase it? Inspiration. I see things on Instagram and then I just can't say no. That's awful. So these are 2 skeins by a dyer called Destination Yarn. So this one, oh, it's just bluey, greeny, purpley. There's the purple, you can't see it very well. This one's called So Ready for Vacation. And at that time I was very ready for vacation. And this companion one is called Shop Girl Summer. And it's so pretty. I don't know. I didn't need more yarn, but whatever. So, and they look lovely together too. Nice and rich. Look how rich those colors are. Lovely, lovely. So I bought those. And then in June and July, we had ourselves some Pride. So I bought some Leo and Roxy, their Pride colorway. It's called Alphabet Mafia. And it's just a lot of rainbow, which is awesome. Nothing wrong with rainbows. And so it came with this lovely pin. Love is love. So that's awesome. And then, as you know, I have a subscription to Leo and Roxy's quarterly yarn of the quarterly yarn. Their sock yarn club, which is quarterly. And so this is the fall colorway, and it is called Batshit Crazy, which totally makes me laugh. So it's this beautiful goldeny mustard, some white in it, and then it's nice dark. This is Vixen, and this is, I think it's Mixed Steamy. Yep. So I have lots of options. So it's beautiful. It's based on that sticker or that picture. So yay, Leo and Roxy. And then, you know, I have another yarn subscription to Freckled Whimsy. So I was doing a 12-month subscription to their Wisdom of Wizards and Witches Club. So this is number 9. This is called Godfather. I love this colorway. This one's right up my alley. Love the blue and the grays. Love it, love it, love it. And then number 10 is called Just Be You. So those are some awesome colors in there. That orangey mustard is not really my jam, but the rest of the colors are awesome. So I can forgive the one color I don't love because I love all the rest. Then number 11 is Gentle Giant. I'm assuming this is a Haggard colorway. Not quite my jam, but pretty nonetheless. Quite nice. And then number 12 says I Must Not Tell Lies, which unsurprisingly is going to look a lot like this colorway. Well, there's some differences, so that's good. I will likely not get around to knitting this one anytime soon since I just knit some pink, but since I haven't started anything in a year, I'm not close to starting anything, so whatever. But yeah, really pretty, really pretty. Some gorgeous colors in there. And then for that subscription, if you subscribed for all 12 months of it, then you got a bonus 13th scheme. So this one is Amortentia. I am apparently not a big enough Harry Potter fan to know what that means, but that's okay because it's still really pretty. This is a lovely skein. Look at those colors. Awesomeness. I love like the dark blue and the dark green that's in there as well. Really lovely. Look at that. Awesome. And then when that one ended, they switched it to a similar subscription. And they're like, if you want the next subscription, just don't do anything. We'll keep charging you. And I'm okay. It's called The Darker Side of Magic. And I've received one. I have another one in the mail. And I have canceled my subscription because I just have so much yarn. And I'm not knitting it fast enough at all. So I decided to put on my big girl pants and say no to more yarn, even though I really want it. Sometimes. Anyway, so this one's the first one in it. This is called Bella of Tricks. So that's a really lovely colorway too. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yep. I will be happy, 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 happy to knit these socks. So yeah. So I should have one more of those coming in and then I'll be done. Because I've only got like, 40 different Harry Potter colorways. Okay, we're going to address this right now. So, if you recall, I used to have a mohawk. And so I decided that I was going to grow out my hair. So it is getting there. It is slowly growing out. So I cut it short and then now it's growing out. I was just at the hairdresser's this morning and we finally put in, because my hair is so ridiculously thick. I have so much hair. It makes me crazy. So you've given me an undercut, so I just got that this morning. Oh, it feels so good to have a partially shaved head. But it's not like you can see it because my hair is now long enough to cover it. So I will have awkward and weird hair for the next little while everything grows out. But whatever. What else? Oh, if you thought that was all the yarn. Yeah, no. All right. Oh. Instagram is my enemy. It really is. I saw this on Instagram and immediately went to the website and ordered it. And it was redonkulously expensive. Like, I don't know why I spent so much money. It was so stupid. Between like Canadian to American exchange right now, it's just terrible. It's terrible. So like, yeah, this cost me way too much, but it's really pretty, so I bought it. So this is from Miss Babs. It's beautiful quality. I love it. Like, so the quality is not the issue. Look at this bag. I'm not a big wax canvas fan, but oh my goodness, this one is awesome. So this is a collaboration between Miss Babs and a bag maker called Blue Spring Craft. And it is a gorgeous teal bag. Let me take the bits out of it. So it's got beautiful leather handles and a nice little magnetic snap at the top, and then it rolls down nicely. You can just it's got lots of bells and whistles. And there's some pockets inside, and it's just lovely. Really, I don't think I would actually ever put knitting in this. Maybe I would. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's pretty clear, right? I have no clue. Yeah. Anyway, the color totally grabbed me. I loved it. Fell in love. It's beautiful. There's the front. And the yarn that goes with it. Oh, lordy, Miss Babs. And so I decided that one skein was not going to be sufficient, so I bought 2 skeins. So these are I think these are her Yowza skeins. Yes, it's a Yowza DK. So it's 150 grams or 560 yards. I bought 2 of them so that I would have enough to make something. Look at this. Look at those colors. That right there. This area right here. Like all of this right here is exactly why I bought this yarn. It is gorgeous. So I have 1,100 yards of DK to do something with. I don't know what yet. But I might try to make a sweater. I don't know. We'll see. But the colors are gorgeous. Just, I couldn't not. I just could not help myself. So, I will love it. Love it. And then, a few weeks ago, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, time makes no sense nowadays. There was a pop-up shop trunk show for Twin Oak Farms? I don't know. At a shop called Make One in Kitchener. Kitchener. I don't even know where I drove to. I think I went to Kitchener. Crap, I don't even know where I'm driving. Holy crap. Anyway, so a bunch of my friends met there and we sat outside and knit, and a bunch of us, we went to a patio restaurant for lunch together, and I got to see a whole bunch of my friends, which was really, really lovely. And so the pop-up trunk show was for Twin Oak Farms. There are more rustic yarns, so not really my style. But my friends were like, go inside and make one. And of course, since I was sitting on their front lawn, I figured I should be appropriate and at least go visit their yarn. And apparently I have 0 willpower. So I bought a bunch of yarn. None of which I need. Seriously, none of which I need. I'm dumb. I really am. Okay, so the first ones that caught my eye were these two skeins by Twisted Willow, who I've never actually worked with before. They're it's a classic DK, 100% superwash merino. Look how lovely that is. In the colorway Heliotrope. So this just screams hat mitts to me. And I decided that it needed something to go with it. So I picked up this nice skein of gray DK from the Georgian Bay Fiber Company. So I think those will look gorgeous. Ooh, missed the T, that is good. Like, yeah, that's gonna be gorgeous together. So yeah, so we will find something at some point to make with those, but they're gorgeous. Been on a bit of a DK kick lately, which is interesting. I don't actually own a lot of DK. And then, because I have 0 willpower, and this is one of my favorite colors, I picked up 2 skeins of Lichen Lace in their Teal Tide colorway, which is what I thought this was, but I don't think so. It is too light. So I think this is a different colorway. And I don't know what it is. No idea. But anyway, this one's gorgeous. What am I gonna do with this? No idea. But that's okay. It's beautiful. I love it. We're good to go. Gorgeous. And if you think I'm done, you are incorrect. Because I have 0 willpower. So, a friend flew out from Manitoba to visit her sister, which is one of my friends. And we were all going down to the Mitten, which is one of my local yarn shops, the Little Red Mitten. And of course we had to go inside, and everyone wandering around looking at yarn and drooling. And I kept coming back to this yarn, and it's stupid because I don't need it and whatnot. And someone actually pointed out to me that I think I already have a skein of this in my stash because my friends know my stash better than I do. So I might actually have 4 of these, but that is helpful because we're gonna make a sweater out of this. This is Manos del Uruguay Alegria in the Antigua colorway. But look at that gorgeousness. Like, how is that not, like, that's my jam. It's beautiful. So my friend's sister who had come to visit had just finished a sweater called Material Girl, and she looks fabulous in it. And it's fingering weight. And I was like, I can make that sweater. So I think in honor of her, I'm gonna call it the Marianne sweater. And I'm gonna do it in this colorway. And when I'm gonna start it, that's a whole nother question. But that is the plan for this yarn. And it is not often that my yarn has an actual like plan and pattern to go with it. Oh, it's so soft. I miss yarn. Because my yarn room is not set up, I don't play with my yarn. I haven't played with my yarn in months. Oh, it's so squishy and lovely. I love yarn. Okay, we'll just hang it like this and be happy. So, yeah. I'm so sorry I've been gone for so long. Actually, one of the worst parts was, one of the reasons why I didn't record in the summertime was because when they moved me, I had specifically asked the packers to use certain boxes that I had saved for certain items. And they used the boxes and just filled them with other stuff and didn't put the things that were originally in them, which made no sense. The one time they did it, though, was with my computer box. And so it makes sense that it's a very specific size and specific packaging. So they packed up my computer, which was great, nice and safe, but the power cord, the keyboard, and the trackpad didn't go in the same box. And because that's the room that I haven't unpacked, I didn't know where it was. So I went through every single box that was in that room. I didn't unpack every box, but I went through every box in that room. There was like 12 or 15 boxes. None of them had the pieces that I needed in it. Finally, I went down to the basement, found boxes that should have been taken upstairs in my basement and managed to find the power cord, the and the keyboard, because it's really hard to use a computer without those. But it took me months to find those, and then all of a sudden I was busy and I didn't do it, and I suck. So that's all I can say. I suck. I'm sorry. But hopefully I'll be around a little bit more. I make no promises about super regular updates, but I will try and update you when I can. I miss you. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy knitting. Hug your yarn.